Hello, and welcome to another edition of True Story. On today's episode, we'll tell the true story of the Frog Prince, and we'll answer the age-old question, just how many frogs do you have to kiss? Our story begins once upon a time.
Once upon a time, in the early spring, in a marsh or forest or moist area, there lived a young Boreal chorus frog named Pseudacarus maculata, P. Mac to his friends. P. Mac was lonely. All of his 199 siblings had been eaten by predators like snakes, birds, mice, or large insects, or they died trying to swim to land. But not P. Mac. He was fit for his environment, and he was looking for love. P. Mac was big for his age. He was only a year old and already 3 centimeters long. He wasn't a froglet anymore. He was a handsome frog with green and brown stripes along his back, derived from chromatophores. P. Mac was searching for just the right sound so he could find just the right lady frog. He needed to make the pitch and tone just right. What he was looking for was his fundamental frequency. After all, his sound was important to find love and defend his territory. Making just the right sound was going to be complicated. He tried to sound like a manly frog, but he ended up sounding more like a human.
Hi, my name's P. Mac, and I am looking for love.
Instead of a lady frog, a human girl bouncing a golden ball came along. Poor P. Mac was so confused, he decided he needed some professional help.
So, I hear you're confused about the difference between frog and human sounds. Let me explain. Just like you, humans use the respiratory system for sound production. However, respiration in humans cannot take place at the same time as they are speaking, since they only have one mode of respiration. You lucky little guy, have 3 modes of respiration, so you can make calls while you breathe. Here's why you attracted a human girl and not a lady frog. The air you inhaled through your nostrils traveled down past your larynx and into your lungs, and you forced it back up through your trachea, vibrating your vocal cords, just as a human does. Humans use articulators, lips, teeth, and tongue, to form their words. You don't need them. Instead, to make a trill like a frog, you need to close your mouth and nostrils after inhalation and force the air in your lungs through the trachea, past your vocal cords, and into air sacs located in your buccal cavity. You can then continually recycle this air back and forth from lungs to air sacs, producing a trill that will definitely get you all the ladies. Let me show you the difference. Here's a summary of the differences in duration and frequency of phonemes and trills. The length of a human sound can vary substantially from one to another, whereas, for frogs, the trill varies depending on the type of call, whether for mating or territorial defense. This graph shows an overall comparison of the duration of sounds for frogs and humans. Let me slow it down for you. So looking at this, it isn't surprising that humans hear frequencies between 0.2 and 20 kilohertz, and frogs between 0.005 and 4 kilohertz. So in conclusion, the ladies prefer the low-frequency calls with the longer duration of larger males, so you shouldn't have a problem there.
P. Mac was finally ready. He drew air into his lungs and...
Well, there you have it, folks. Frogs like frogs. On next week's episode, we'll find out why the chicken really crossed the road. Until then, remember, the truth is out there.